And we're good. So welcome to Explore Health Coaching. My name is Dr. J.C. Dornick, and I'm just going to tee this up a little bit. We really focus on our stories, the real life stories. And, I myself, found myself as a health professional in May of 2007, a little bit of out of integrity. Not only was I overweight, but I was unhappy. There was a lot of things going on in my life, which obviously were the cause of it. So when I found this program, I was a health professional teaching people about health, but completely not acting the part per se. And that's me on the beach in 2007. I went on the program. When I found this program, if I'm being honest, I was primarily focused on losing weight. I actually was making pretty good money. I don't know if you can resonate with that as a doctor, but I just didn't really seem to have any of it at the end of the month. It was like I was one of those people that had a lot of money, but still struggled paying my bills. And more importantly than anything, I had no free time. And I'll tell you the reason why I was overweight is because I never saw my kids. I was going through a divorce. I was going through a lot of unhappy things in my life while I was quote unquote successful. So this program woke me up. I lost 55 pounds in the first 3 months, and that's that picture. And then I embraced the habits of health, which we'll talk a little bit about, and I got in what I call optimal shape. My after picture, which I didn't put up here, would be a picture of me at my son's football game, coaching football and whatnot, because that's what I really needed. So how did I do it? The focus of tonight is exploring health coaching, but I just want to touch on the 4 components of our program. When somebody goes on a program, support is a key component of it. So they all get a health coach, a free professional health coach. And that person's there to come alongside with them, just like I had, from teaching me how to do the program and swooping in and walking alongside of me, and giving me the ability to learn as I went. Like I said, I started off with a weight loss mindset, but when I activated and I awoken to the fact that, for instance, there was a reason why I was overweight. And it wasn't, my problem was not weight loss. My problem was upstream from it. And I had to change my lifestyle. So my health coach was kind of the guide for that. So the first component is the health coach. Second is the habits of health system. You got to learn something. Anytime that I had previously tried to lose weight, whether I was successful at losing weight or not, I always gained it back because I didn't learn something. I didn't learn anything. That saying, you can't get different results doing the same old thing. So with this program, you get the habits of health system as well. And that's by, Dr. Anderson and the best-selling author of this book, which is really the Bible. And it teaches you how to build micro habits. As a quick example of that is we all know that we need to drink water and we need to sleep better and we need to exercise. But this program taught me how to do those things unconsciously. Imagine if you took all of those unconscious bad behaviors and just imagine what it would be like to have unconscious good behaviors. Those are the micro habits that we build one habit at a time. So community, we just had a wonderful community call, and we are kind of gathered here as a community right now. The idea is if you think about somebody that's on a health journey, it's very, very much to their advantage to be put into an environment where they can thrive, where they have the education, they have the health coach, but they're amongst like-minded people that share the same vision. You fall down, they pick you up. You succeed, you get a high five, but also you get questions answered and learn. We come from a world where there's a lot of fear and concern and doubt. So the community is huge, huge. And that comes with the program as well. And naturally, we have a program. How did I lose my 55 then going on to actually I've lost 75 pounds now altogether. I can't even believe it. But I lost 75 pounds 11 years ago. And I did that on what we call the Optimal Weight 5-in-1 program, which uses our healthy fueling, second to none. Just imagine everything that you need in food to make it healthy. Well, we have healthy fuelings that take care of get rid of the concern for calories and for nutrition. So that's how I did it. That's the 4 components. What we know is that our clients do best when they engage in all 4 components. If somebody just does our program, they'll lose weight. But if they don't learn something, they don't engage in the community, they're just progressively having less results. So our program's amazing. What we want to talk about is healthy finances. Now, why would we want to talk about healthy finances? Because think about it for a second. The truth is that I never woke up and said, I'm going to get unhealthy, right? I didn't decide to be unhealthy. There were things upstream. So what is upstream? For instance, people are emotional eaters and things like that. So what is upstream from unhealthy behaviors? Well, for me, I was financially stressed, but it was more that I was trading time for money and I had no life, which gave me a state of depression. And what did I do? Well, I didn't get into drugs or alcohol. I got into food. So think for yourself, think for anybody that you have on your heart, or maybe you're a guest here. Look at some of the unhealthy behaviors that you're exhibiting. You know that they're unhealthy, but then why is it that you have them? So look upstream from that, and you'll always see the correlation between healthy finances and healthy mind. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to hear from some amazing people, but just quickly, I want to talk about the 6 compelling reasons to become a health coach. Well, for one thing, it's the right industry. Unfortunately, right? It's the right industry because it's a big problem. It's a very, very big problem today. And if you're an entrepreneur or you have a business mindset, think about supply and demand. Unfortunately, there is an enormous demand. The healthcare system is a mess, and people want to get healthy, and they know that whatever they're doing is not working. As they say, they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Well, we got the right products and program made here in the USA, extremely effective, and the program not only helps people lose weight, but it actually along the way teaches them these little micro habits and teaches them things to sustain that weight loss and move on to optimal health. The right partner, we're partnered with a company that has been around for 40 years almost. New York Stock Exchange company, the company's exploding, actually just announced that we're going international to Singapore and to Korea, Hong Kong. So right partner is really, really huge. And I love the fact that our partner is Medifast, and Medifast is a company that is here in America, and they make the best portion controlled meal replacements that we call fuelings. Right business model, we get paid for what we do. If you wanted to just help a couple of friends, you'll get paid for that. If you want to help a lot of people and you want to make something significant out of this. I mean, you're looking at a guy that used to practice full-time as a doctor, and now I'm full-time as an up-to-be a health coach, and I make a significantly better income than I used to, but more importantly than that, I'm no longer trading time for money. So the compensation plan and the business model are unbelievable, and it's the right timing. Unfortunately, our country is suffering more than it's ever suffered. There's a lot of fear and uncertainty and doubt in the world, and that's causing a huge influx of the obesity crisis. So the country needs this. Just from an altruistic standpoint, the country needs this more than ever. So what I want to do now is I'm going to try to mute a couple more people. Hold on one second. Okay. So I'm going to ask some of these amazing people to come. And the first one is Dr. Chris Puglisi. I met Dr. Chris on a humanitarian trip in a third world country. And she's got a beautiful, beautiful story. So Dr. Chris, are you there?
I am. Can you all hear me?
Awesome. We can hear you. Yeah. So Chris, you've got an amazing story, but I think what, is going to resonate most with everybody is kind of maybe share with everybody where you used to be, what life used to be like, how you found Optavia, and how it's changed your life.
Okay. All right. Well, first off, thank you for having me on tonight to share my story with you all. It's truly an honor to have been asked, really, to say a few words. So, it's really interesting to kind of look back at where I was and just kind of see how much my story has evolved since I started coaching, and even before that. So, I recently turned 30 last month, the big 30, and I'm sure like many of you kind of hit certain milestones in your life and you take a step back and reflect a little bit. And some of you may have experienced what I did, and that was that thought of, well, I definitely didn't think that this would be my life at 30 or 50 or 60. And I don't say that in a bad way, but just really that, we can't predict what's going to happen to us in our lives. So never would I have thought I would have been where I am and had to have endured the struggles that I did. But I've learned to kind of embrace those struggles and curveballs because they've shaped who I am today. So like JC said, I am a chiropractor. That's my background. My journey into practice did not go as planned. 2 years into opening my practice, I had suffered from a wrist and elbow injury, and it just kind of snowballed out of control. Never really fully healed because of my line of work. You know, I couldn't just stop adjusting my patients. And as a chiro, we use our arms and hands and elbows all day, every day. So as the months went on, you know, of being in chronic pain on a daily basis, I began to realize that my livelihood was being jeopardized, which, you know, as a sole business owner and provider, young doctor with a lot of student loan debt, that's just a terrifying feeling, one that I don't wish upon anybody. And on top of that kind of oh crap feeling, I was stressed, I was anxious, I was fearful for my future, I was unhappy just with my current, you know, reality of where I was in life. So at the same time that I was struggling with my own injury, I really felt like I was missing something in my practice. You know, I always wanted more for my patients and for their health. And Optavia kind of quickly became that missing puzzle piece for my practice. That whole concept of creating health within instead of putting band-aids on disease is exactly what this program stands for. And that's what, you know, I represent. And I think that for a lot of healthcare providers, that's truly what we want for our patients. You know, we want people to be healthy and go after their dreams and their goals and live life at the highest level of enjoyment and happiness and health that you can, because you know, that's really what life is about. So as a chiropractor, I love what Optavia offers to my patients and for their health. You know, as a chiropractor with an injury, I love what Optavia offers to myself as a coach. It's a means to an end for my chronic pain, and just knowing that is such a huge weight being lifted off my shoulders. But for me, coaching really goes beyond that means to an end. Taking on this new role as a coach has just been such a healing experience for me, and a really big growing experience at the same time. I think that it's so easy for us just to kind of make what we do who we are. And what I mean by that is we wrap ourselves in the identity of our jobs. And in reality, you know, we as people are so much more than that. But at that time, I was struggling and I was in pain, and I felt like I had lost part of my identity and kind of part of my purpose that I'd worked so hard to achieve. So coaching and helping people, you know, improve their health filled that void for me, and it really fueled me with a newfound purpose to help my patients and community on a deeper level with their health. You know, so I look back at that curveball that life threw me, and I do view it as a blessing in disguise, because it's taken me to where I am today. It's helped me to grow into a bigger version of myself, and it's something that, you know, I love who I've become, and I love who I'm turning into as a person in the process. I always love taking the time to reflect, especially on my birthdays. And, you know, the past few years of reflection and birthdays have been a lot of pain and struggles and figuring out what's next and how do I get myself out of this hole. And I know that a lot of us probably feel that way at some point in their lives. So when I turned 30 last month, it was just such an awesome feeling to take a step back and actually feel proud of myself for the first time, for the life that I've really created for myself. It's amazing to be able to say to yourself, you know, I love every aspect of my life. I love who I share my life with. I love my job. I love being able to help people with their health and this community of coaches that I've gotten connected to. I love the freedom that this life and coaching has been able to give to me. It's like sometimes I feel like I need to pinch myself because I can't believe the path that my life has taken this past year with coaching. The opportunities that it's unveiled for my life is just really amazing. It's given me back my ability to dream again and to really see what's possible for my life. And I think for so many of us, we stopped doing that. So really think and ask yourself, you know, when was the last time that you did that for yourself, honestly? So, you know, I'm so grateful for meeting my two health coach mentors, Jeff Cobelli and JC. You know, I get to wake up every morning knowing that each day I'm helping somebody get a little bit healthier. And to me, that's just the best feeling in the world. So thank you so much for allowing me to say a few words.
That's so awesome, Chris. And, you know, thanks so much. And, you know, what you made me think, and I think you probably struck this chord with a lot of people, is just this idea of, you know, the identity part of this. I think what we all really want in life, of course, we all want, you know, to be able to travel more and, send our kids to the right schools and have financial freedom. But, with financial freedom, it's not always about how much money we make. Like she said, is this all my life is supposed to be? So I think from an identity standpoint, I think a lot of us are really, really more interested in how we make our money and how much time it takes. I mean, there's a statistic, I think, that the typical American spends 80 or 85% of their life working. So, there's a shift right now, and this opportunity is helping people not only earn a significant income, but earn a better quality of life. So very, very well done. Thank you so much, Chris. So moving on, this is an amazing woman here. I remember the first time I met her. Ava is just a spitfire, and she's just, completely heart-driven. When I first met Ava, she didn't even know how successful she was becoming as a health coach because she wasn't thinking about that. She was just having so much fun paying this forward and helping people. And I've asked Ava to come on here just because you guys are just going to love her. And she represents so many people out there that just have a heart for helping people. And like everyone, like you and I, she wants to have a better life and some more freedom as well. So Ava, are you there? Just unmute yourself. Let's see if we can.
Hi, everybody.
Great there evening. She is. There she is. So Ava, great to have you here. It's so much fun to hear your voice and always see your smile. And I love seeing all these pictures here. So tell us a little bit about, the reality that is Ava. Where were you before? How did you find this? And how's your life changed since you became a health coach?
Oh, my life has changed completely. I feel like I am born again, like if that's a crazy way of thinking it, but my life is completely different. I've yo-yo dieted, emotional eating, just like everybody else, and I had a friend, Eli, who was on Optavir, and he kept saying to me, you have to try this diet. And I was like, another diet, But I started watching him, and as he was going through losing weight, he was changing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try it, and I'm going to do it. So I ordered it for me and my husband, and I started it. And then I Googled and I saw a YouTube video, and it was this coach, Gwen from Colorado, and she was talking about the 5-in-1 and giving, all these pointers. And I said, I can do that. So I spoke to my coach and I said, I'm interested in it. And she was like, great. So we went on a 3-way call with Dr. J, and I signed up. And I started doing my research and stuff like that. And then the holidays came, and I said, okay, right after the holidays are over, I'm going to get really serious. So I called up my friends, and I called up my family, and I started a walk. And now I have people that join me every Saturday and Sunday, and we go on a walk. And then all of a sudden one day, I get a call from Dr. JC. And I was just watching his podcast in the morning, so I knew he had the flu. So I knew it was him. When he sent me the text, can I talk to you? I was like, this is not him. This is a joke. But then when he called me, I was like, oh my God! I was like on the floor, like, oh my God, he called. It's really him. And he offered me this mentorship. And he said, come, we're doing this boot camp. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And every day I learn something that I thought I couldn't do. And I can do it. And I would never do a Facebook Live. And then Lois did this challenge, and she said, get on Facebook Live today, everybody. It's your challenge. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I got on, and it wasn't that bad. And I did it. And now I'm on Facebook Live all the time. And this whole experience of learning that to come out of your comfort zone and that you could really help somebody, even if I just see them and say, hi, good morning, how are you? I would never do that, even though I'm feel like I'm a friendly person. But now it's different because I really care. I'm like, could I really speak to that person and make a difference to them today? Can I pay them a compliment? How's your health? And it would be nothing that I ever thought I could. And now I'm doing it. And it's just been an amazing, amazing experience, and just learning every day new things that I can do and how I can go out there and help everybody. It's just been amazing. So thank you, JC.
You know, everybody, Ava, you got to go and read some of these comments, because everybody's just, you know, your energy is just contagious. And, you know, people are not like this when they first come in. You know, I mean, people have a desire to help people, and they, you know, they don't want to be locked into their 9-to-5 job that you never know what's going to happen with that, and they want freedom. But what happens is they awaken and they start, you know, doing things that they never thought that they could do.
That's exactly what happens to you. You learn that you could make a difference and you're helping somebody. And I just think, like, look at my sister who has diabetes, and she goes walking with me now. And she called me up and she was like, oh my God, I walked on the treadmill for a half hour. And she never did that before. It's amazing. It's amazing that I have this gift that it's called Optavia, to go out there and help somebody. And I feel like I am awakened and alive that I could do that. So it's just great. It's just really great. I just can't even put into words what it's done for me and how appreciative I am that I have this opportunity. And I will tell everybody and spread it out. I'm so excited. I just can't put into words just really what it's done for me.
Thank you so much, Ava. That was beautiful. I think Ava's excited.
I am, yeah.
So moving on, you know, I live in Connecticut, and as a chiropractor, you're very, very picky about who you see. But I used to go see this guy, Dr. Sean Twitt, and he was my chiropractor. And, you know, we talked about this for quite a long time, because he's a servant, and he always wanted to do what was right for his patients. But, you know, he was in the process of life. He moved out to Kentucky and met the girl of his dreams, and that is Fonta Sawyer. And they both called me up one day and they said, we want to start helping people and we want to be free. They're getting married and they're moving into that whole thing. So I just thought, what an amazing opportunity to hear from some people that have come together and they're just getting started with their life, and they are just wonderful, wonderful people. And in a very, very short time, not only are they helping a lot of people, but they're earning a significant income that's giving them this different vision of, you know, what a new married couple's life is going to be like. So Sean and Fonta, are you there?
We are.
Hi.
Awesome. I love when the couple comes in together and they're just like this whole thing. You got to see Sean and Fonta do their live videos on Facebook. It's like a TV show that I'm addicted to. So guys, tell us a little bit about your story, where you were, you know, how you found it, and also, you know, primarily what it's doing for your life and what you see for it.
Okay, well, so I'll begin. As far as my health is concerned, golly, you know, when I was 11, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, but the past 3 years, it had progressed pretty significantly and was having a really big impact on my health and well-being. It was showing up in the form of psoriasis, arthritis, fatigue, hormonal imbalances, and weight gain. I actually grew up in a holistic family, and I had learned to eat clean my entire life. Overeating was never a problem for me. I don't emotionally eat or stress eat. But because my body was so inflamed, the weight gain was inevitable. And I've been carrying around about 25 to 30 extra pounds. And so that was also affecting my joints negatively. So, you know, my background, I'm a health coach. I study at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. I also do energy work, but having this as my foundation, like, I was still completely perplexed as to what to do with my situation. You know, I'd already had like the nutritional aspect under control, and I was, you know, looking into every potential root cause and taking advantage of alternative medicine treatments. And I was getting nowhere. But what I had never considered the possibility was that my blood sugar levels were totally out of whack. So when I got on program about 2 months ago, thanks to JC, that was taken care of immediately. I mean, like that transition happened for me very, very quickly. And once my blood sugar became balanced, literally everything came online. Like so much has shifted for me physically, mentally, emotionally. It's just awesome. So I'm a big fan of the program. It's done a lot for my family. Both my parents are on it now. JC, dad is now on it. My mom put on her bikini for the first time last week, so my dad said, "Okay, sign me up." And that's huge because I've not been able to sneak in, like sneak attack their health and help them there. They've just been very closed-minded as far as letting go of their carbs and their sweets and stuff. And so now they're totally into it. The fuelings are super yummy. The program is incredibly convenient. I know it supports me in my busy schedule at our practice. I save about $100 a week, which is awesome. But most importantly for me, my body is able to, recognize the nutrients, assimilate and digest all of that information very easily. And that's important. But from another standpoint, though, for my health coaching business, I am able to reach so many more people now, which is awesome. The program meets the individual where they are. It's affordable, effective, convenient, and it makes becoming healthy unintimidating. So we're big fans. Yeah.
Awesome. I love, hearing you talk about the program, because I remember when Fonta first started, that was a concern of hers, and she just went through such a quick transformation. And that's great that your dad is on program. I don't know if your mom's going to be happy that you said that she's in a bikini, but we'll move on to Sean. So Sean, talk a little bit about it from your perspective as a health professional and, what you're getting out of it.
Yeah, sure. So back in 2011, I met this character known as Dr. J.C. Dornick, the man, the myth, the legend, with all the funky clothes. And, he gave me this opportunity, brought it to my attention, and I was in the process of starting a new practice in Stamford, Connecticut. Extremely busy. And I thought, well, I'm too busy for this. I don't even know what this is going to do. And I just, didn't really understand it completely. So I said, I'm just going to go ahead and pass on it. But he respected that, and he didn't push. And a few years later, he came back and it brought to my attention again. And I was in the process at that point of actually selling my practice. So I said no again, but for a different reason. And in retrospect, we're all given 24 hours in the day, and it's not how many hours are in the day. It's what you do with the hours that you have. And this program is actually so effective and so easy to implement and to get on that doesn't take a lot of time and effort. Okay. But at the time, and that was in my own head. Okay, I can't do this. I can't implement this in my practice. So I went ahead and passed on it. And I wish I would have. But I didn't get on the program myself in the traditional sense. I've been in martial arts for almost 25 years. I haven't fluctuated more than 5 pounds in the last 20 of those years. And never been vaccinated, taken a drug. I'm very healthy, take standard process supplements and exercise on a regular basis. So for me, I wanted to try the feelings though to sustain my energy throughout the day in between meals, because as a chiropractor, it's very physical. It takes a lot of energy to treat patients all day. And I want to be able to give the same quality adjustment at 8 a.m. as I do to a patient at 6 p.m. And it's hard to sustain that. It's hard on your wrist and your joints and your back and your neck. And so how do you sustain your energy and maintain mental clarity throughout the entire day? Well, you can't do it by snacking on things that are not nutritious for you. And so by having something that is a fueling that has complete nutritional profile, it sustains my energy. So it's not about just weight loss. So that's a really advantageous part of the program. And it serves as a vehicle to serve more people and cast a broader net out into the ocean. People don't have to come into my practice physically in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm helping people from 3 different states already inside of 2 months. So that is amazing. Okay. I can't believe how effective the program is and how simple it is. It truly is. It's funny, but it is actually goof proof. Okay. And people just, it's like a recipe. If you just stick to the recipe, the cake comes out. So this serves as a vehicle for the individual to segue back into healthy and nutritional and positive lifestyle choices that they might not have made otherwise. Okay, so that's really nice. It also helps to reduce my stress overall because it's bringing in a substantial amount of additional income. So if a person owns a business, whether it be a private practice or otherwise, you have overhead expenses to run that business. And that's stressful. With this, there's zero overhead. And so that is really, really beneficial. But again, like Fonta said, we're building this together. So when a couple works on something together, it's more fun. It strengthens the relationship. And we're giving each other high fives with each of our victories when we get new people on the program and seeing their results. And so it kind of uplifts our spirits and just, it's really a positive thing. And with a lot of these programs out there, you tend to like imagine, the potential, and it's down the road. But we're seeing it right away within just 2 months, which is incredible. So I ask everybody out there listening, if you want to help people, friends and family, and considering the possibility of coaching, even on the side, just for a part-time thing, in addition to what you're doing for a living, this company has nailed it. They have got it down to a T. It is very impressive to me.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, JC. You're the man.
Well, thank you guys so much. And, before we go to our cleanup, amazing rockstar coach, I just want to, just imagine what it's like for a couple that is already together. I mean, there's couples out there that are trying to bring somebody home to be with the kids more and have a better quality of life, travel more. So, the income from this, it's pretty powerful what happens when you can earn an income without working all day, but just the thought of a young couple like this, just about to embark on this journey, and Sean starting his practice, there's so many things on their shoulders, and they've just got such an advantage over the average person. So wonderful, wonderful share. So here is a very, very special woman. I remember I met Donna Smaldone at an event. And we always joke, I always call her a female JC, because I walked up and I met this woman, and she's just got so much love in her heart. And she's a true servant to the people, and she's super intelligent. And you can see these beautiful slides here, just so you know, she made them. So this is a unicorn and a rock star. And Donna has built a very, very nice business for herself with unlimited potential. She's not only helping clients, but she's also building a team of coaches and duplicating herself. So what a perfect cleanup hitter tonight for our lineup. So Donna Smaldone, are you there?
I am here, Dr. JC. Thank you so much. Cleanup hitter. I'm going to add that to my business card for sure. My name is Donna Smaldone. For those of you who don't know me, I am a certified health coach, and so delighted and proud to be able to wear that as a title. Do you guys see how much fun that we're having here? I mean, you see the smiles on the faces of the people who have been sharing. If you think this looks like fun, please just put a 1 in the chat. I would love just to see that. Plus, it'll wake us up a little bit in these last couple minutes as we kind of finish up here. But you know what? I dare say none of us would have imagined being here. If you had asked us X number of years ago, none of us would have said, "Oh, I'm probably going to be a health coach and speaking on this Optavia thing." I know I certainly would not have. But yet, we're all here, right? Look at those ones. Woo! Shake it up, baby. Let your freak flag fly. I love it. This is great. We're all about having fun. So if we didn't picture ourselves being here, then why are we here? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because it's fun. That's the number one reason we're here. It is simple. It does not take a lot of time. It allows you as an individual to focus on and maintain your own health and weight, if that's an issue for you. And by the way, we're providing water to people in a world that is dying of thirst. Hands down, cannot find anything more rewarding than that. And, like Ava said, you learn that you can really make a difference. And the people that you can help it's just unbelievable. Fonta was sharing about helping her parents. I helped my parents too. A lot of us on here who are health coaches have helped our parents. My mom's probably not going to get in a bikini, but she could. If she wanted to, girl, she could rock it. But we feel at home here. This is our family. And honestly, we hope that you do too, if you're here visiting with us. You can see me there in the upper right, I don't know, right from left, my upper left-hand corner. That's me with Dr. Anderson. He's our co-founder, our medical director. He's part of our family. You're part of our family. We're glad that you're here. So I'm actually guessing that you're probably here coming from one of two perspectives. Either you're a client on program, you've been having great success, whether you're just beginning, whether you're moving towards transition, maybe you've been living in your optimal well-being for a while, but you understand our mission, you understand how our program works, you've seen how we've been able to assist people, and you know that we have this amazing value in this community that you're seeing right now. Or maybe you have no idea what we do, and this is the first time you heard Optavia, and up until tonight you pronounced it Optavia or something else because you just, you didn't know. And you don't necessarily know what we stand for or how we assist people, but you're just checking us out. But here's what I want to tell you, and I really want you to hear this. You're here tonight because someone thinks very highly of you. I'm saying it again because it's really worth saying again. You're here tonight on purpose because somebody sees value in you and thinks very highly of you. So don't let that sneak past you. I will share with you, as coaches, we come from different backgrounds, different walks of life, we're different ages. Some of us have a weight loss story and some of us don't, like Dr. Sean. He's like, I've mixed martial arts my whole life. I maybe fluctuate like 3 to 5 pounds my whole life. And I'm thinking, now, how do you do that? Well, now I know in part, right, because I'm a coach, but it doesn't matter where you come from. Just on this call tonight, you've been listening to us and you've been hearing from doctors and an insurance adjuster and me. I'll share a little bit my background, my story, my truth. And if it's okay, I'm going to get just a little bit vulnerable here with you. But my background is public relations, marketing. I've been a PR pro for 25 plus years. When I found this program 6 years ago, I was miserable. I was miserable in every single area of my health. Physical, mental, financial, just awful. But you know what? You never would have guessed it. You wouldn't have seen it because I hid it. I hid it behind this happy exterior and just pretended like life was going the way that I wanted to. I put on a costume of happiness every single day. And believe me, it was exhausting. Maybe you guys can relate. I'm not going to make you put any ones in the in the chat for that, but I see some nodding heads and I hear your hearts. And I know that that resonates with some of you. Maybe you are here tonight just so you could hear that and know that there is hope and there is hope for you. So what Optavia and coaching has done for me personally is give me health in my life. I got to get rid of that costume. Now what you see, this is real. This is genuine. I have a healthy body. I lost 48 pounds on this program 6 years ago, and I have never felt better. I ditched my acid reflux. I have a total hip replacement, so just taking that weight off my joints, going up and down stairs, so much more fun now. And I just am feeling unbelievably good. So I ditched the weight and then I got healthy, and you can see some of that in the pictures that are there because you can see I'm actually like in like a one-armed push-up because I thought I was really super cool, and then I fell and my photographer caught a picture of that too. Because getting healthy is supposed to be fun, and when you do it with a health coach and in a community like this, it is super, super fun. I got a healthy mind. I ditched those unhealthy concepts of what does skinny mean? What does healthy mean? I got divorced from a very unhealthy relationship that I was in for almost 25 years. But one of the best things that I've done is be able to really build lifelong friendships with the people you see here. And I didn't meet them until I started my Optavia journey. And I'm so grateful. In a word, freedom. Freedom is what I've been able to experience. And like Dr. Chris said, this has been a healing experience for me. And the third thing is healthy finances. I'm going to tell you that having this ability, this gift to pay it forward, And P.S., we get compensated really nicely for helping people transform their lives, our own included. And you earn as you learn. It's all apprentice style. It's just amazing. So it doesn't matter if you want to help a couple of people get healthy. If you want to earn a few $100 extra a month, that might make all the difference in the world. Then come help a couple of people get healthy with us. We'll show you how to do that. Maybe you want to make it so that money matters less. One of my best friends and my colleague, Dr. Jonathan Yellowchuck, he always says that let's make money matter less for people. And Dr. JC says when money matters less, you always do the right thing because you don't have to think about that. You don't have to worry about finances. So for me, this is full-time. And when I say full-time, I mean it's the thing I do for my career. I don't mean that this is necessarily working full-time hours, but I'm earning a full-time income and then some because that's what's possible with this community. So friends, my story is far from over. And guess what? So is yours. In fact, I believe in many ways that I'm just beginning to write my story. And now I'm just doing it outside all of the noise and all of the nonsense and all of the BS. Back in that time when I used to let other people tell me who I was and what I was destined to be, now I know who I'm destined to be, or at least I have a glimpse and I'm learning and I'm evolving that. And one thing I know for sure is I really like me. I've met me and I really like me. But that wasn't really until recently and discovering the Optavia program for my own personal health and then paying it forward as a health coach. So my awakening, you've heard us use the word awakening a lot on this call, has only just begun. This is my evolution, okay? And I am dreaming again. And so I encourage you to dream again. I have a magic wand. I encourage you to dream again. I have this magic wand because it works. And it works because Optavia works. So what will your dream look like? Talk to the person who invited you to come tonight because you know what? They care about you. They see something in you. Call them up and go, tell me about what you see in me. Donna said you see something in me. Tell me about it. And I encourage you to do that. It's such a privilege to share with all of you tonight. It's such an honor to call you my brothers and sisters and be part of this family. And so thank you for allowing me to share. I hope this was helpful from all of us. And JC, I'll let you go ahead and close us out. Thank you so much, Dr. JC.
I don't even know if I have the honor of calling you female JC anymore. I think you've just leveled up, you know. Couple of takeaways in my own, mind right now is freedom. When you think financial freedom right now, does financial freedom mean more money? That's part of it, but it's more about what you're doing to make it, right? How are you making the money? How much time? For me personally, I can tell you that right now I'm a person that actually, you know what I'll do is I'm going to stop sharing so you can see all the faces of the amazing people here. I'm a person that spends most of my time with my children and doing the things that really, really matter. Travel to see my parents. My father lives in France. So that's what freedom really is. So yeah, money's important, but how you make your money and how you spend the time, and also being full of purpose. What is the greatest thing that we could ever accomplish as human beings? I think it's about being useful and feeling purposeful. And I think that's why these people are so excited. They're getting results. They're helping people. They're helping their friends, their family, and then that's broadening because we can coach people all over the country and now all over the world. So, and then we can do that from home. And why is that important? Because that's what freedom is. It's about having options. It's about having the ability to the analogy that I say was when you become a health coach, it's like when you're on an airplane and the seatbelt light goes off, it goes boom. And then it's like, you are free to walk about the cabin. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel as a health coach. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this. And like Donna said, if you're a guest here tonight and you heard something that resonates with you, just open your mind maybe to exploring health coaching. Just tell the person who your favorite, speaker was, what you resonated with most, and just say, I want to explore this idea. And that just means just look at what it is that you want in life, why you want it, and then look at why you don't have it, and then explore the idea of achieving that with optimal health and our program and our health coaching model. So thanks so much, everybody, for being here tonight. What an amazing lineup. We recorded this, so we'll be able to send it out to anybody that missed. I noticed that a lot of people couldn't get on because we maxed it out at one time, so make sure that you follow up with everybody that was trying to get in. What an amazing opportunity. And I also noticed that Lori Anderson was on here tonight. That's the first health coach of our country. And we love and appreciate her and her husband, Wayne. Love and appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night. Thanks so much.